Hello, Nigeria. I am Becky Madujemu. Welcome to Newsline. A date with history was made during the week when the Queen of England lost her husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. We will take you through the life and times of the departed icon. A book on our dear First Lady Aisha Buhari was recently presented to the public in Abuja, the nation's capital. The publication projects her contributions to nation building, which will be analyzed in a special report on the occasion. As for other events, we've aligned several cultural ceremonies. Apart from turbaning of distinguished Nigerians, the people of Aruchuku pulled a showstopper when they bade their easy farewell. Another exciting feature is about a pregnant athlete who got everyone talking at the ongoing National Sports Festival in Edo State. As you can see, we have so much ground to cover, so let's start with the news by Claire Adelabu Abdurazak. Hello, Claire.
Hello, Becky. Indeed, we have much grounds to cover, so let's get on with the news from Abuja studios. And we begin with resident doctor strike. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors, NARD, has suspended its strike for 4 weeks. In a meeting held virtually, the National Executive Council of the association noted the efforts by agencies of government to correct the irregularities with payment of house officers, formation of a committee to look into the reasons for pending payments within the next 72 hours, provision of a payment platform for subsequent payments, as well as the use of official number of house officers for identification. The NEC also noted that bench fees for outside postings for resident doctors have been abolished. However, secularization is yet to be done as it is awaiting ratification by the National Council on Health. After deliberation, NEC resolved that in view of its resolutions, a timeline of 4 weeks has been given to the federal government to sort out all pending issues. The association has therefore suspended indefinite nationwide industrial action from Monday, 12th of April at 8 o'clock in the morning. NEC also confirms that all outstanding payments will be worked out. And the Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Saad Abubakar II, has called on Muslims to look for the new moon of Ramadan on Monday, 12th of April 2021, which is also the 29th day of Shaban, 1442 after Hijra, and the first day to look for the new moon. A statement signed by the Chairman, Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council, Sokoto, and Professor Sambo Wale Junaidu said the sighting should be reported to the nearest district or village head or through the following numbers for onward communication to the Sultan: 0803 0803 715 7100, 0706 741 6900, 0806 630 3077, 0803 614 9757, and 0803 596 5322, and finally 0803 594 5903. And we take you to Bauchi State, where 2 personnel and 5 inmates of the Bauchi State Command of the Nigerian Correctional Service have sustained injuries following skirmishes among the inmates. Now, the incident occurred when some inmates allegedly accused an officer of the command of smuggling a mobile phone into the custodial center, and some were not benefiting from the legal deal. Now, the situation therefore resulted in an attempted jailbreak, which was brought under control by men of the command. And the Nigerian Navy says equipping senior naval officers and their contemporaries from sister services with requisite capacity and skills in leadership and national security, as well as operational art strategy, is very crucial in addressing contemporary security challenges in the country. The flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command said this during the inauguration of the Naval Warfare Course 5 participants in Calabar on behalf of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Anwar Gamble. More in Leo Ajom reports.
Maritime security challenges such as piracy, armed robbery and crude oil theft, as well as emerging security challenges such as terrorism, farmers and herders conflicts, cultism and political violence, among others, are on the increase. These challenges, the Nigerian Navy says, have placed a demand on national resources and human capacity development, hence the need to continually develop the capacity of command-level officers.
The college remains poised at attaining global best standards by ensuring that observed inadequacies and shortcomings are promptly addressed.
The Naval Warfare Course is particularly structured to equip senior naval officers by developing their critical competence for effective command, managerial and leadership roles.
Course content, has been carefully selected to cover a wide range of issues that will equip the participant.
They constitute the middle element that connects the strategic level security practitioners as well as the tactical level practitioners.
Participants were charged to be responsible, disciplined and cooperative to accomplish set goals together.
The operational level course is to further enable us to function in joint operations.
The Naval War College Nigeria, as a center of excellence in naval and joint military operations, has evolved a robust curriculum that has the right professional knowledge and skills needed to tackle security challenges in Nigeria, in line with the vision of the Chief of Naval Staff. In Calabar, Maureen Leo Ajom, NTA News.
And the meeting of the Southeast governors has ended in Owerri, the Imo State capital, with the resolve to set up a joint security outfit codenamed Ebubago. The effort is aimed at complementing efforts of security agencies in the fight against insecurity. We're working on the details. We'll bring that to you presently. And in Kaduna, the area command of the Nigeria Customs Service has intercepted smuggled contraband with duty-paid value of about 60 million naira. Acting controller of the command, Dalha Wada Shedde, who disclosed this while displaying the seized items, said to newsmen the interception was made within the last 2 weeks.
In address to newsmen after assuming office, controller Dalha Wadachi said operatives of the command intercepted 866 bags of foreign rice of 50 kilograms each, 10 bags of foreign rice of 25 kilograms each, 181 cartons of foreign spaghetti, 50 jerrycans of foreign vegetable oil of 25 liters each, and 10 cartons of macaroni. Other seizures made by the command include 18 cartons of foreign couscous, 17 cartons of foreign tomato paste, 15 bags of foreign sugar, 40 imported gas cylinders of 50 kilograms each, as well as 394 bags of tiger nuts of 100 kilograms each smuggled into the country.
Anybody who will be a saboteur to the national interest, he definitely will not spare him.
Controller Dalhawada Chedi explained that all the vehicles used as means of conveyance were also seized as Tokumbo vehicles, including smuggled Peugeot 406 and Scania truck head, were also intercepted. He solicited the support and understanding of border communities in the fight against smuggling and commended the signs of patriotism being exhibited by the operatives of the Katsina Area Command of the Nigerian Customs Service in discharging their duties. In Katsina, Shehu Adamu, NTA News.
All right, and that interception of the contraband smuggled goods was actually carried out by the Katsina Area Command of the Nigerian Customs and not Kaduna. And we move on to Makurdi now, where the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has held its zonal elective congress under the leadership of the Governor Samuel Otom in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. Governor Otom, who received Professor Jerry Ghana and others back to the party, described the congress as transparent and credible. Here is Charles Abba with the rest of the story.
Aperaco Stadium, venue of the People's Democratic Party PDP North Central Zonal Congress, had delegates casting their votes for contestants of their choice out of the 23 positions. Governor Samuel Otom, who assured party members that only the will of the people would prevail in future elections, welcomed Professor Jerry Ghana and others to the fold and charged those elected to play according to the rules of the game.
There are issues of equity, fairness, and justice. Must be respected. The oath of
Other PDP stakeholders like former Senate Presidents Yuchia Ayu, David Mark and Bukola Saraki expressed optimism that the party would take national leadership baton in 2023 general elections and those of the North Central geopolitical zone. Chairman of the party in Benue State, John Ngbede, thanked God for the successful conduct of the election and appreciated the support of Governor Samuel Ortom and others for the smooth running of the party. The Congress had 6 states of Benue, Kogi, Nasarawa, Niger, Plateau, Kwara, and the Federal Capital Territory as participants. In Makudi, Charles Abba, NTA News.
And the House of Representatives says the ongoing constitution review process is an opportunity to enhance the status of the third tier of government. The Deputy Speaker, Ahmed Idris, says this will help address the challenge of insecurity. National Assembly correspondent Lami Ali reports that the Deputy Speaker was speaking at a training for council chairmen and councillors.
Infrastructure deficit is the root of the low level of socio-economic activities at the grassroots, which give rise to some of the challenges gradually spreading to urban centers. Going by the saying that a chain is as strong as its weakest points, the Deputy Speaker stressed that there has to be a deliberate collective effort to get the local government system working again.
Before the end of this regime, we should deliver on the constitutional amendment a very viable, workable local government system that will be truly third tier of government. Not a third tier that when you do federation account allocation, some few persons will go and sit down somewhere in the small room, did all the cuttings, and then send out the peanuts. Meanwhile, the bulk of the problem, be it infrastructure, be it the security, is there at the grassroots.
House Minority Leader Ndudi Elumelu said, to be a true representative of the people, empathy is essential, and that can only be achieved with sound knowledge of affairs.
At the end of this exercise, they will be well-groomed, well-informed, and they will be empathic, and also see themselves as humble representatives that will go back and showcase all that they have learned here and put them into good use.
Other speakers at the training emphasized that all tiers of government must be accountable to citizens by adhering to rule of law. Lami Ali, NTA News.
And refugees, migrants and internally displaced persons in the southwest zone have appreciated the government for meeting their requests that convention travel document CTD and refugee identity card be accepted as means of identification to enable them carry out financial transactions in Nigeria. Amaka Owu reports that this was highlight of a town hall meeting between the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and IDPs in Lagos.
This is a gathering of persons who, by no choice of theirs, have found themselves in certain predicaments. Their plight is such that as they try to seek for home away from home, they grapple with challenges of resettlement.
We've always told our commission that we would like to be empowered so that we'll be self-reliant and we'll be able to put food on our table.
We are over 500 people, and our problem now is where to stay. We don't have anywhere to stay, from one uncompleted building to the other every day. So please, we need help.
Organizers of this town hall meeting disclose that government has made frantic efforts to addressing these issues.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has issued directive to commercial banks in Nigeria to recognize the CTD, that is the convention travel document, and refugee identity card as means of identification of refugees and asylum seekers in Nigeria.
We need to explain to them why it is important to embark on the health insurance scheme. And of course, we try to also educate them on the need to be more open in their dealings with the Commission and the other agencies that are here to help them.
These asylum seekers are from neighboring countries such as the Democratic Republic of Congo, Cameroon, Sudan, and the Central African Republic residing in Nigeria. In Lagos, Amaka O, NTA News.
Now, in the last decades, Nigeria woke up to threats from farmer herders conflict, cattle rustling, kidnapping, ethnic conflict, and Boko Haram heightened terrorism. And as the federal government seeks lasting solution to the problem, one of Nigeria's foremost scholars, Professor Saka Nuru, takes a look at how the federal government can initiate an appropriate measure to bring peace to the citizens. And our correspondent, Anthony Forson, tells us all about it.
The problem of farmers-herders conflict is not new to the government of Nigeria. Reasons for this escalation have been well thought out, and attempts to resolve it still a mirage.
In Africa, things are different. The Maasais are the producers of livestock in Kenya. The Fullers are the producers of livestock in Sierra Leone. Here in Nigeria, it is either the Shoa Arabs or the Fulanis. Those are but they are not meant to be that. It's not meant to be that. It is a commercial enterprise, and anybody can go into it. You and me can go into it. I can tell you that today, if you practice some of the technologies we have developed in Nigeria, you will be able to earn at least 400,000 naira every 3 months.
Nigeria, with a land area of more than 930 square kilometers, more than 390 square kilometers is used for crops and animal husbandry. However, the acquisition of land and the Land Use Act by government created a conflict in centuries.
They were recognized as a society by the local government, by the state government, and the national government. So they were on the move when suddenly the regime came to a stop and the whole thing collapsed. I think we shouldn't let it go. We should revive it.
This old practice having been supported by the federal government in introducing grazing reserves for optimal purpose. There was the establishment of Fulani Establishment Scheme in the 60s and 70s. There was also what was called water tapkis to guarantee water for the animals, but given its cost implication, it was abandoned. Introduced to encourage sedentarization of nomadic and semi-nomadic people. The World Bank in this instance played a major role. This age-long practice and government intervention, what is the way forward for Nigeria to contain the current insecurity occasioned by what is today farmers-herders crisis that is threatening Nigeria's security and corporate existence? Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And leveraging the gains of the just concluded ECOWAS Parliament Extraordinary Session in Freetown, Sierra Leone, the regional legislature is pushing the case for women empowerment further towards equity and inclusion in all sectors of society. A meeting of ECOWAS Parliament Joint Committee on Social Affairs, Gender and the Promotion of Women, Education and Science, and Culture, as well as Health in Monrovia, Liberia, will articulate the role of women in the development of West Africa vis-a-vis the need for their participation in leadership to achieve regional integration, peace, security, good governance, and socio-economic development. Speaker CDA Mohamed Tonis will lead members of Parliament from across West Africa to the delocalized meeting scheduled for April 13th to 17th, 2021. Now, the outcome will be presented to plenary for further legislative action. Now, necessity is the mother of invention. It's an age-long adage we both know, and it speaks to when a need becomes essential and one is compelled to break even. Now, that resonated recently at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka when the institution made a breakthrough in electricity generation. And here's the joker: using a refuse-derived fuel-powered 100 kVA generating plant. And Mina Okaobasi will tell us all about it.
Over the years, electricity generation has been one of the most difficult problems facing the Nigerian economy, especially given its peculiar trade and business nature. It is for that reason that efforts for alternative power sources have topped all measures by both the public and private sector, who are in dire need of electricity solutions to suit the needs of the people. But the recent cheering news from the University of Nigeria in Nsukka seem to have become the long-awaited light at the end of the tunnel. The Vice-Chancellor informed the Minister of Science and Technology, who was on a working visit to the university, that the innovation was a result of a 7-year intensive research aimed at solving the overwhelming power challenges of the university.
2 years ago, we started with 100 kVA, and today we are showing the Honorable Minister of Science and Technology the 500 kVA waste to wealth electricity generating set that we developed. Everything from the scratch to the final was developed here at the University of Nigeria.
According to him, the 15-man research team led by Professor Emenike Diogu, while demonstrating the efficacy of the innovation, stated that the 5 major materials used were charcoal, solid wood, locally generated waste, rice dust, coal and sawdust. The minister, who also inspected the electricity plant, announced that the federal government is to implement a 5-year national waste to wealth project using appropriate technologies to improve the living standard of the people.
I urge other Nigerian universities to pay more attention to research and innovation. This is one way that Nigerian universities can, in the future, be ranked amongst the best in the world.
The Waste to Wealth program, he said, will help reduce joblessness, create clean cities, and be incorporated into the school curriculum for the young Nigerians to emulate. Scientists from research institutes and other universities accompanied the minister during the visit. In Enugu, Mina Adobe Kobasi, NTA News.
All right, our attention now is to Edo State, where the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Diary, has been reflecting on Edo 2020 so far. And our correspondent Tamara Biwe will tell us more about this and, of course, other stories from the National Sports Festival.
The minister, while watching wrestling, described events so far, refereeing and athletes' performance as encouraging, says federal and Edo State governments are partners. Forthcoming Olympics, he noted Nigeria is on course.
You can see that we settled for 11 different sports. And even from here, we can see track and fields. Records are being broken. We see new people that have qualified. This is what we expected from this sports festival. And that's why we called it Nigerian Olympics.
Adegoke Enoch, top of Edo State. Nigeria's fastest man, Enoch Adegoke, relishes his victory at the National Sports Festival, sets his eyes on Olympic qualifiers.
It feels great. The victory wasn't easy, so I had to be very happy for the victory.
400 meters women's hurdles champion Abasiono Akpan hopes to improve. She says her coach was her motivation.
My next step now is for me to go back again and join it together with my coach and do some certain things I need to do, correct my mistakes, and get ready for another one.
Chidi Okeze of Team Delta ran the personal best and set a new record of 45.50 seconds to win the 800 meters men's final. In swimming, Team Bayelsa loses 6 medals as the main organizing committee disqualified swimmer Dino Ebrakumo following petition against him. In traditional sports, Langa, finalists have emerged. Bauchi won gold in Langa Kawoshi. Delta has emerged as the overall winner in Langa with 2 gold medals in Ruwa and Tureshi. In a related development, Edo State has emerged 3rd best in the handball event after beating Bornu 34-32. But 32, a good opportunity and a good goal! Edo State again!
As one that has produced surprises, as one that has shown that the fitter team will always win, and as one that has shown that there's a limit to which experience can actually carry you.
That's Edo 2020 Sports Update. I am Tamara Ibiwe.
Takes me back memory lane. All right, thank you, Amara, for the package. Now, it's been a very wet evening in the capital city, Abuja. Let's check what the weather holds for the rest of the country tomorrow.
Hi there. We observe a small plume of dust raised in the early hours of Sunday, which by Monday morning, we expect this dust to affect parts of Kano, Katsina, and Zamfara State. The rest of the northern cities should be mainly sunny. For the afternoon, we expect some chances of strong winds accompanied with rains and thunder over southern Taraba and southern Kaduna. Our indices shows prospect of isolated thunderstorms over Jos, Nasarawa, Abuja, including the coastal parts of the country. Being a transition period over the central region, rains during this period are accompanied with strong winds. We advise the general public to stay away from trees, electricity poles, and high billboards. Now let's have a look at the temperature projection. I am Akami Samarda.
That's our news from Abuja. Before we take you back to Lagos to join Becky, don't forget to always connect with us, NTA, and stand against rape and rapists. Commercial break follows.
I dey come now, you go see me now. You go.
Call your party and everybody, yeah. Make we start to the now.
You go see me now.
Everybody they dance.
Where you dey now? Oh, you go see me now.
You want
I'm fine, sir. Even me, I surprised.
Hey, where you at? You go Mexico, you go Jericho, I go let you go.
Hello, how are you?
Tell us one truth nobody knows.
I like to steam it from my mama's pot.
Glow, the best data plans in town. Dial *777#.
Visitation panels to the federal universities, inter-university centers, polytechnics, and colleges of education, earlier published by the Federal Ministry of Education, are to be inaugurated by the Education Minister, Adamu, and the Minister of State for Education, Honorable Chukwuemeka Nwajuba, as follows. Monday, 12th April 2021, inauguration of visitation panels to polytechnics and colleges of education. Tuesday, 13th April 2021, inauguration of visitation panels to universities and inter-university centers. Venue, Idris Abubakar Auditorium, National Universities Commission, Abuja. Time 11 a.m. prompt. Chairmen of councils are kindly requested to attend the inauguration in person, along with their secretaries, while other members are to join the inauguration ceremony virtually. Meeting ID will be provided for other members. Details have already been published in Daily Trust and the nation's newspapers of Thursday, 8 April 2021. For inquiries, please call Adewale Ayotunde and Benga, Architect Sonny S.T. Echomo, Permanent Secretary, Announcer.
I see somebody who looks a little like me without trying to listen to the voices I hear. So hear me now. I don't need to try to disguise a brighter me to feed your dreams. Starting from tonight, right with me. Ride with me.
Get the power to do you with the new Instagram and TikTok data bundles on MTN Pulse. Dial *406# to begin.
The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency has commenced the phased rollout of COVID-19 vaccinations to all eligible Nigerians 18 years and above, beginning with healthcare workers and other frontline workers. The pre-vaccination e-registration link is now open to the public for registration. Please ensure you register. Registration is free. The link enables you to upload your biodata and schedules you for vaccination with ease. Please note, the bank details are not required. You are advised request to access the registration form only through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency's website, www.nphcda.gov.ng, and the agency's official social media platforms, Facebook, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Twitter @NPHCDANG, Instagram @NPHCDA. Do not attempt to access the e-form through any other source, please. Signed, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, Executive Director, CEO, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive. No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty. Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Thank you for being there. The world is still mourning the death of Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, as tributes continue to pour in. The late Duke visited 143 countries in his lifetime, one of which was Nigeria. Joyce Ometu takes us through the remarkable journey of the longest-serving consort in British history.
It was a partnership that lasted for 7 decades. Prince Philip was always by the Queen's side. He was born into a Greek royal family and ended as Britain's longest-serving consort. The prince married Princess Elizabeth in 1947, 5 years before she became queen. On leaving school, a career in the Navy was calling. Then came the coronation. His wife was now queen. Settling into her new role, Prince Philip gave up his name and career in the Navy to support the Queen. The Duke of Edinburgh, as he was officially called, shaped his own legacy through his charitable works and commitments to his country. He traveled across the world promoting his favorite causes, from the British industry to the environment.
There are exciting opportunities to protect some very significant habitats,
and led programs that helped young people participate in challenging outdoor adventures. When Her Royal Majesty the Queen needed him for tours overseas, he was for decades constantly by her side. In 1956, during the colonial era, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip made their first visits to Nigeria. At the airport in Lagos, they were received by Governor General Sir James Robertson. During their stay, the royal couple both attended the inauguration of the new federal courts in Nigeria.
The Muslim tribesmen of northern Nigeria gather in their thousands to welcome their Christian queen to Kaduna, the northern capital. From every part of their 250,000 square miles of territory they have come to greet her. On horseback, by train, on foot, by canoe.
A greater part of their visit was spent in the northern part of the country with the Sultan, where the couple attended the royal Durbar in Kaduna, the then capital of northern Nigeria. Tribesmen from the 12 provinces of northern Nigeria at the time gathered in thousands to welcome their queen and duke. The Duke of Edinburgh also visited the tin mines in Jos. and then Kanu. And proceeded to Enugu. In 1961 and 1989, the Duke of Edinburgh and the Queen paid another visit to Nigeria. In 2003, the Queen returned to the country, this time to attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting held during that period. Away from the public eye, the Duke played a prominent part in raising his 4 children, including his eldest son, Prince Charles, heir to the throne. At 96, he retired from his royal duties, but in retirement, he stayed active. Occasionally, in his latter years, he stood by the Queen at big events and family celebrations. Buckingham Palace said Prince Philip died peacefully in his sleep at Windsor Castle on the 9th of April 2021. Following his death, tributes have been pouring in from world leaders to the prince, whose life was ruled by duty and service. Flags have been lowered at half-mast and a 41-gun salute have been fired to mark the death of the Duke of Edinburgh.
Robust package that was. He will never be forgotten, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. Now, being a loving mother, she's compassionate. As a wife, sister, and friend, she's supportive. As a mother of the nation, she keeps impacting lives through integrity and selflessness. These sterling qualities were used to describe Nigeria's First Lady, Aisha Buhari, at the public presentation of her book, Aisha Buhari Being Different. Ruth Aguele has details of the event which held in Abuja.
This is Aisha Buhari, a graceful entrance for the woman of the moment, an active mobilizer, a phenomenal woman, a campaigner, a loving and doting mother, passionate and courageous. This is a story of a formidable woman who has dared to conquer and be different, as perceived by dignitaries and family at a public presentation of the book Aisha Buhari Being Different, written by Dr. Hajju Sani, Special Advisor to the President on Women Affairs and Administration. A biography that chronicles the life and times of the First Lady, from her childhood years, education, career, as a wife and mother.
She's, of course, the first lady to be on Twitter, on Instagram, and other social media platforms.
As words of accolades poured in, Aisha Buhari, they say, is dogged. She goes beyond boundaries in her relentless efforts for humanitarian services through her foundation.
Let me end with the words of Aisha Buhari's doting sweetheart, the man who knows her best, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari. And I quote him, Aisha, as the world has come to know her, is kind-hearted. This made her transition to philanthropy and humanitarianism easy. When she became First Lady, her protective meaning was exerted when women, children, and other vulnerable people are abused. She has therefore been a worthy partner and a beacon for some of the good things that Nigerians have come to identify with our government. End of quote.
A human being of deep conviction and feelings, she is more than passionate about her husband and her family.
For the author, the book is beyond mere documentation, but a strong desire to express how much impact Aisha Buhari has made in the life of many, as a leader and a voice to the voiceless.
I owe her a debt of gratitude for her interest and belief in my ability to write a book on her. I was highly motivated and encouraged by Her Excellency when I first mooted the idea to embark on this project.
Her motherhood spirit embodies warmth to all those that she comes in contact with, not to mention the discipline. I have a story to tell. And this does not end with our biological relationship, but with the responsibility she has taken to ensure that I and my my siblings turn out socially malleable, and useful both to ourselves and to our immediate and larger society.
We commend Her Excellency Haja Aisha Buhari for modeling women's leadership for young women and girls in their countries and around the world.
A celebration of love, gratitude for a woman who has made giant strides. But beyond the price tag of this piece, and beyond the tenor, it is hope that her legacies will linger on as footprints in the sand of time.
Book is a must read, and I can't wait to have my autograph copy. Yes, it's possible. Let's proceed. Faith Odunsi is a 15-year-old final year student in Ota, Ogun State. This lovely girl is on Newsline today because she's a mathematics genius. She claims to have inherited the trait from her father, an orthopedic surgeon. Tokbe Labi will take us to this smart teenager who won the 2021 Global Open Mathematics competition.
Difference between this concentration, regular exercises, and confidence are required while dealing with phobia for mathematics. These traits, among others, assisted Faith Odunsi to emerge victorious, having 40 points to defeat her Indonesian counterpart Nicholas Lee, who had 10 points in a keenly contested final round of the 2021 Global Open Mathematics competition.
Evaluate the square root of 6 bracket 4 plus 2. Correct. Find the product of minus 4 and minus
24.
6. Correct. Evaluate 25 minus 30.
55.
Correct. Wow.
I was very happy because I beat people from UK, US, Indonesia, Philippines, and other countries. So I was very happy and I felt very honored.
We have a way of fishing out students with extraordinary ability. I think we discovered this, and then when we discovered this, we started giving her extra work, helping her to go extra mile.
We are raising a total child who will be able to perform in all aspects of life. So, and Faith is an example of such, like many of them.
Her parents speak on what they noticed about Faith while growing up, which inspired them to assist her.
On many occasions, she would come seeking for help. Daddy, I want you to put me through this particular topic, this particular mathematics question, and I will put her through. And have you been taught this? I thought this was beyond your knowledge. She said, no, we have been taught in the school. It's required of us in the competition class, and I was always glad to encourage her along.
Education without character, they say, is incomplete, and so Faith, who said she is hoping to pick a career in computer engineering, attributed her success in the competition to self-discipline and good character.
I just like the fact that mathematics is about understanding the concept, and then if you understand the concept, then you should be able to solve many questions under it, and try to read it first and see examples, then later I want to practice and time myself with the practice. So I practice the questions, I practice past questions, I practice other questions, and then time myself with it.
Apart from winning $1,000 as grand prize in the senior category of the competition, Faith Odunsi was honored as Best Girl in Mathematics in 2017-2018 National Olympiads. She also received a special award for answering 19 questions correctly within 60 seconds in 2018 Cowbellpedia Junior category, Continental Awards in Mathematics, and a scholarship award by Digital World Forum.
Being a human calculator, Faith's future is bright and dazzling. We wish her all the best. It is uncommon to see pregnant female athletes engage in competitive sports due to the health consequences. And the gold medal performance of an 8-month-old pregnant taekwondo athlete at the ongoing Edo 2020 National Sports Festival has sparked off a debate on the risks associated with the practice. Austin Ademudu takes it from here.
Sporting activities promote healthy living and mental health.
Athletes who engage in sports are known to engage in physical exercises to boost their fitness and performance. These days, female athletes have taken their sporting career to extreme level. Imagine pregnant athletes featuring in sporting competitions. This is not new though. A Canadian curler, Kristen Moore, was 5 months pregnant when she competed for Canada in 2010 Winter Olympics, making her the third pregnant athlete to compete in the Olympics. American tennis star Serena Williams sent the internet into frenzy when she revealed that she was 2 months pregnant when she won her 23rd Grand Slam title in Australian Open 2017. However, in Nigeria, one Aminat Idris, a taekwondo athlete, seems to have broken that record. Her eye-catching performance in mixed double Ponsi Taekwondo earned Team Lagos their first gold medal at the ongoing Edo 2020 National Sports Festival. Her colleague, Eukaria Onumonu, who is current Nigerian Taekwondo #1 in senior category, is equally 8 months pregnant, but decided to pull out for this reason.
Now, we wouldn't like to take it back because my own area is fighting. Her own is not fighting. Her own is demonstration. She just show kicks and go away. But my own is fighting. I am into. If I fight, I will be injured.
How many men would allow their woman to do what Aminat and others have done?
Even a month old pregnant, I won't allow.
When I'm pregnant, especially when I'm 8 months pregnant or about to put to bed, I'm very strong. If I'm not sick, I will take the risk. So I don't see anything bad in it.
The chief medical officer of the Edo 2020 Games, Dr. Ohonwe Ehobamie, dismisses any inherent health risk associated with such athletes competing with pregnancy.
Being pregnant is not a contraindication to being physically active. Women who are pregnant, including one of the athletes from the US, has done track and field while being 4, 5, 6 months pregnant. Yes, so we encourage that if that's your usual routine and the woman has no health risks, of course you can go ahead. There are no risks to the baby. For as long as it's not contact sports where you're hitting or hitting the tummy or having to hit the baby.
She has been training. That was able to, for her to do that. I was saying, is she true that she's 8 months pregnant? If she's 8 months, it's because of she's an athlete. That's why you didn't see the stomach much, but it's not something that you should try at home.
And gold medalist Aminat Idris is currently doing fine. She has since left the Games camp in Edo State and returned to her base in Lagos as she would not want to grant any press interview.
It's hard to watch, but the doctor says it's okay and we can't but agree. All right. 6-year-old Shawao Yao, whose genitalia was cut off for ritual purposes in December 2020 in Jamare local government area of Bauchi State, is fully recovered and reunited with her parents after undergoing various stages of treatment. More cheery news is that the government of Bauchi State has promised to sponsor our education from primary to tertiary level. Christy Zaka reports that Hawau and her parents visited the wife of the state governor, Aisha Bola Mohammed, to show appreciation.
It will be recalled that in December last year, a 6-year-old Hawau from Zongo community in Jelma-Are local government area of Bauchi State was a victim of men of the underworld who cut off her genital part with the aim of using it for rituals. However, upon rescue and medical attention given to her, Hawau was reunited with her family. The family of Hawau, on their visit to the state governor's wife, appreciated the effort put together at ensuring their daughter's recovery.
So I would like to use this opportunity to thank the entire government of Bauchi and also all the doctors, particularly the consultants of the doctors in Kano.
Bauchi State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Aliyu Muhammad Maigoro, explained that it was the expertise of the Nigerian doctors in Kano State through the help of the Bauchi State Governor that Hawau have been given a new hope.
And she had a very good perineal reconstruction surgery. The wound has healed
there is no any complication, and now they are going back home so that she can return to her family as well as for other social integration.
And His Excellency, he also promised to take responsibility of her study from primary school to tertiary, inshallah.
Let us not allow our children to be exposed to all this kind of unnecessary carelessness that is capable of leading our children into this kind of terrible experiences.
It is hoped that someday Hawa will be a great woman and assist the less privileged.
Thanks to the state government for taking charge. When Annie Daniels set out for an assignment, it was to conduct an interview on a topic she deemed pressing. While doing that, an unknown face approached her, and his reason for that desperate move is what Annie is set to tell us.
I visit the area often to conduct my interviews. Like other days, I embarked on the journey and something happened. Middle-aged Saiwo Olumide Joseph, not real names, walks up to me that he wants to make a confession. I could see the sincerity on his face, so I obliged him. Olumide informed me that he was born in Lagos, but lost his father at a very tender age.
I will come stand for our domot. I will come to stop ties. He say, Abiyokuta, Taisi man go drop, he go wait. One day my mama come from market. One mama come tell my mama say, hey mama, he dey hear me. Hey mama, this guy, he be like say in Papa's spirit, he dey call him for the Abiyokuta one and go bury in Papa.
With that, he was taken to Abiyokuta.
The woman we are going to stay for inside. Now my junior sister to my father. I can't live with them. The spirit just enter my mind, say, Olumide, oh yeah, stand up. They go to house. When I can't reach house, once he say, Baba, they sleep. As I say, make a near Baba like this, I dey pour for Baba pocket. As I dey pour, I don't touch the money, I won't remove him. Baba can't wake.
For fear of being beaten up by his now foster parents, Olumide escaped from home. But he was forgiven and taken back home.
That time I see the primary 2. Another spirit see enter my mind. The spirit tell me, say, your school uniform, go and put it inside soccer away. The second day, when they find you, then when they tell you, say, come and go to school, you tell them, say, your school uniform, you don't see it. I do am.
When his foster parents could no longer contain his excesses, Olumide was returned to his mother in Lagos, where he was again enrolled into school. But like the popular saying of a dog returning to its vomit, Olumide immediately got involved again into picking pockets.
When they follow my mama same market, my mama now they see small money they take go school. Some boy wey dem come they do picking pockets. They see them. I don't know the kind of boy wey dem be because again one monkey wey dem they take pickpocket that time. As I come they follow them.
Even with the money he was making every day, Olumide says he was never happy with his line of business. Olumide says he cannot continue in that lifestyle. In fact, he has turned a new leaf.
I don't want to do bad thing again. I don't want to smoke igbo again. I don't want to take a go again. Because no more pickpocket again. Any Nigerian people where they hear me now, may not try to carry me. I don't want to stay for bus stop the pickpockets.
These respondents do not believe in Olumide's sincerity, especially because he has been into such vices from childhood. Eddie Omorege is a sociologist, psychologist.
Man is a function of is a product of his environment in the sense that he has to be subjected to an environment where he will go through a long process of rehabilitation.
All Olumide needs now is just for people to give him a trial, and he's sure not to disappoint the society.
We just hope he stays on the straight and narrow path. You're watching Newsline. There's so much to come. Join us after the break.
Hey guys, making music for you is so easy for me to do. But you know what else is super easy to do? Linking your NIN to your Glow line by dialing *109*NIN#. Or I can call 109 from my Glow line and follow the instructions. And if I don't want to call, I can text my NIN to 109. I can even visit glowworld.com/NIN. And what if you've forgotten your NIN? All you have to do is dial *346# and Glow will help you remember it. Someone may ask, what if I haven't registered? All you have to do is go into the nearest Glow World and we'll help you register. It's that easy. So don't get disconnected from all of the amazing voice and data offers from Glow. Linking your NIN to your Glow lines is simple, safe, and 100% free with zero hassles.
What's inside this beautiful house? Inside, there is a very beautiful family. And in this family, there is a lot of love. And inside this love, there's Alpalibe. And in the center of Alpalibe, there is a filling made with rich milk and creamy caramel. Alpalibe, the milk-filled candy that warms your heart with love. Alpalibe, bring hearts closer.
This is a public service announcement on your national identification number, NIN. First, dial *346# to get your NIN and write it down. This will enable you link your NIN to all your numbers easily. You can now use any of these 4 ways to link your NIN to all your MTN lines. 1. Dial *785*NIN#. 2. Visit My MTN app. 3. Visit www.nin.mtnonline.com. 4. Text your NIN number to 785. Remember, this includes your data SIMs and other alternate lines. For those without NIN, visit the NIMSI website to find a registration location. Avoid disconnection. Link your NIN to all your MTN lines before April 6, 2021.
When times are tough, we know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. Its great value, it protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
This vaccine is safe and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFTA.
Welcome back. Muslims across the world are bracing up for the Ramadan fast, which commences soon. And there are Islamic injunctions and ways to maximize the gains of the month-long spiritual exercise through observance. So, what are the rules guiding the Ramadan fast? Who is eligible to fast and the implications for defaulters? Musa Toliat, a devout Muslim, will provide the answers.
Out in the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Fasting in this month is compulsory for every free and sane adult Muslim. The month of Ramadan, like every other month in Islam, is ushered in when the crescent signifying the beginning of the month is sighted.
Prophet Muhammad says, "Sumu li ruyati waftiru li ruyati," that you fast when the moon is sighted and you stop fasting when the month of Shawwal is also sighted.
Going by the best practice as Muslims, because if you look at what Rasulullah said concerning Salat, he said, "Innama ju'ila al-imam liyutamma bi." The imam has been appointed to be followed. Why do you have the Sultan there? To be followed.
Ahead of the commencement of the fast, scholars admonish the faithful to adhere strictly to prophetic traditions when preparing for the holy month.
In the month of Ramadan, we need to have the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of humility, the attitude of patience. Rasulullah Muhammad says that وَمَا جَزَاءُ الصَّبْرِ إِلَّا الْجَنَّةِ. There is no reward for patience except the paradise. In the month of Ramadan, we're coming to buy things and buy that. You need to buy minimally what you need to be able to fast. However, we need to guard against excess and waste.
Although this spiritual exercise is an obligatory act in Islam, there are those exempted from fasting.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intend for us ease, not difficulties. Those who are not well cannot be asked to fast, but they must be sincere to Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala.
If you are going on a journey that is very strenuous, you don't fast. If you have just given birth to a baby, you don't fast. If you are menstruating, you don't fast. You feed one poor person per day to atone for that day you have missed the fasting.
For those who choose to default without any health challenge, the penalty is severe.
Inadvertently, by mistake, you ate something, your fast is still okay, because you didn't do it deliberately. And the hadith is clear on that. Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَطْعَمَ وَأَسْقَى. Allah is the one who gave him the food and who gave him the water to drink, that the one he drank in forgetfulness in the month of Ramadan.
Allah says, "One tasum hayrun lakum in kuntum mu'minin." For you to fast is better for you if you indeed but no. And he says if you deliberately refuse to fast, it says no other number of days will be able to atone for it.
Ramadan is not a gift. If you miss one, you have to repay it. If you deliberately stop one and void it, then it means you are going to repay it with 60 days.
Thanks for the enlightenment, Musa. Now to the events. The ancient city of Sokoto recently played host to people from all walks of life as a Sultan, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, turbaned 20 eminent personalities honored with traditional titles, first of its kind by the Sultanate Council. Shehu Muhammad Dati reports.
This is the first time the Sokoto Sultanate is turbaning 20 personalities who have contributed immensely to the development of the society. 3 of the 20 title holders are sons of the 18th Sultan of Sokoto, late Ibrahim Dasuki. Some of the titles were adopted from other emirates in order to assist in running the affairs of the Sultanate.
These individuals have in one way or another helped in developing the Sokoto Caliphate or even the society.
Damaje is usually held by a prince from the royal house, which the Sultan conferred on the son of the late 18th Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Abubakar Dasuki. This is the first time the title is turbaned in Sokoto.
I'm very, very happy. Alhamdulillah.
Amar is another title adopted from Bauchi, Gombe and Kano, which later spread to other emirates. Yusuf Suleiman, a former minister and current chairman NAFDAC, is the Amar of Sokoto. It is a title meaning the son of the emir, and it is exclusively retained for the royal prince. Jekada Sokoto is the title given to the former governor of Kogi State, Ibrahim Idris. Jekada means royal messenger or representative. Formally means an envoy or ambassador, a recognized person in the society, honest, and has the ability to settle disputes, gentle, upright, with diplomatic attributes.
Honored by the Sultan. That shows that they want to appreciate me for the little I've contributed for the people of Sokoto State.
Professor Ahmad Tijani Mora was Taban Kayan Sarkin Muslimi, a personal advisor to the Sultan. Alhaji Mustafa Garba was Taban the Dandarman Sokoto.
I will continue to do what I'm doing. I'm confident of the Sultan. I've been doing that, whatever we can do in terms of especially issues of alleviation of drug addiction. And menace of drug abuse in Nigeria, we'll do it.
I am highly elated. I will continue as I have been doing. I will add more.
Alhaji Musa Bashar, a business tycoon, was tabbed as the Mayana Sokoto. Mayana is a title bestowed on an eminent and outstanding member of the society who has contributed in various endeavors of societal development. Others tabbed are Talban Sokoto, Namadina Abdurrahman, Faruku Ahmad as Dan Madamin Sokoto, and Jelani Aliyu as Barden Sokoto, among others.
Congratulations to the dignitaries on the turbaning. Elsewhere, it was a brilliant display of tradition and cultural pageantry when the Emir of Kazaure in Jigawa State turbaned the Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Hussein Adamu, from the position of Damburam Kazaure to a higher status, Galadima Kazaure, and district head of Roni. Ibrahim Bey Lugunda captured the ceremony for Newsline.
Kazaure town was filled to brim on the auspicious turbaning ceremony attended by Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo, serving on retired governors, ministers and other political associates of the new Galadima. The Vice President and the Emir of Kazaure called on the newly turbaned Galadiman Kazaure to see his elevation as an opportunity to serve his people more. As the saying goes, more recognition attracts more responsibilities. These are the words of invited guests.
A heavy responsibility, and it requires patience, dedication, and commitment.
Well, I can only admonish him to continue to behave in the manner that has earned him his elevation.
It's a recognition of hard work, dedication, humility.
Well, I think it's something that he has deserved, and he has been giving it.
It's an eloquent testimony of hard work, dedication, and commitment to humanity.
Start first congratulating him and then praying God to give him the wisdom to carry his people and the people of Roni, being now that he is the district head.
We're extremely proud of his achievements, what he's been able to do in his very short life.
Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Muhammad, was also represented by the General Manager NTA Dutse, Abdullahi Garba Birnin Kudu.
I've been directed by my Director General Malam Yakubu Ibn Muhammad to send words of congratulations and felicitation to the Honorable Minister of Water Resources, who has been recognized at home and elevated to higher position in the Kazaure Emirate Council.
On a colorful horse ride, the new Galadiman Kazaure was well received at his district headquarters in Roni.
Galadiman Kazaure is a part-time member in the Kazaure Emirate Council, and he's the most senior prince among the royal families.
It's a feeling of joy and happiness and gratitude to the Almighty for making it possible, and also to express my appreciation to all and sundry.
Congrats to the Minister of Water Resources. The COVID-19 pandemic came with setbacks for many, yet for others it was a blessing in disguise. And for the Association of Accountants in Nigeria, ANAN, members found the way of rising above the challenges by recording feats never imagined. For this purpose, they came together over the weekend in Abuja to be hosted by the FCT1 branch. Benny Adams reports.
It is an evening to remember, as the professionals took time from balancing accounts to unwind with family, friends and associates, while celebrating gains achieved amid the pandemic. Then came a thought-provoking session.
We heard and read how some of our fathers seated here came from humble background like me, how they enjoy free education to higher levels, how they receive stipends from government as pocket money, how children of different backgrounds gather to eat together in a school dining hall with strong bonds.
We are gathered here once again to applaud the giant strides of a man whom we have grown to love.
He is Professor Mainoma, the man of the moment.
Mainoma, the M is making, the A is accounting, the I in Nigeria, or ordinarily M more attractive, the A. That was my pledge 2 years ago.
This pledge is being largely redeemed with sustained vigor, leading to improved capacity of members, decentralization of exam centers with chartered associations outside the country seeking partnerships, in addition to being the first association to be licensed to commence a postgraduate program in their own university, with Annan Polytechnic also coming on stream.
Already, there is an advert of about 48 different programs for the university, including postgraduate diplomas, masters of science, masters in different fields, and PhDs.
He shares his dream for the university.
With the coming of this university now, you find that the researches in the areas of fraud prevention and control generally, and management of resources will be the focus of that university. And there will be that avalanche of reports that will help reshape and develop the economy financially.
For the host, who is chairman at an FCT1, his team is in the business of introducing accounting to post-primary schools and offering scholarships to the less privileged.
For every fraud that is committed, an accountant is fingered. So in our quest to ameliorate the impact of this scourge called corruption, we feel it is always better to catch them wrong.
Matthew and Amos are some of the beneficiaries of this humanitarian gesture. The event witnessed an inaugural launch of a magazine, The Accountant's Voice, a publication detailing activities of the association. There was much to eat and drink as guests were entertained into the night.
Moving on, a renowned businesswoman who had a brief stint as a secretary in the Court of Appeal, Ibadan, before venturing into the cocoa business where she made her mark, has turned 80. Chief Christina Olushola Adesonya says she's full of appreciation to her maker for seeing her through without breaking a sweat. And so her children, in-laws, family members, and associates rode out the drums to celebrate the finest octogenarian in town. Hakim Jimo, who was part of the celebration, now reports.
Celebrating a cute 80-year-old lady in town who many related with as role model and leading light is a thing of joy and major milestone for being alive and healthy, having enviable records of selfless service and being an embodiment of morality. Many say the youngest deserves to be celebrated, having passed through many personal experiences but turned out victorious. A woman of substance and successful entrepreneur. Many of her guests, who include her in-laws and associates, say this is the best time to rejoice with a freshly minted octogenarian to appreciate a valuable impact on their lives.
Very godly, very humble, very beautiful, and very loving. At least I can use my wife as a point of reference.
My mother always used to say that she doesn't want a child that would run away if her husband wasn't well to do, and that's how we were brought up.
Full of life, energetic, and a stickler for what is right at any point in time. So for me, Mama at 80, she's a mother to all.
She has taught us the way of the Lord to follow due process in whatever concerns us.
For Pastor Sheyi Elliott of Living Faith Church, Canaan Land, Ota, Ogun State, Mama's exemplary life, coupled with her closeness to God, despite her old age, is unique and commendable.
In Christ, because the source of life is out of Christ is crisis. It's only when you are in Christ that you can enjoy long life.
The birthday girl could not hide her joy as she attributed her success in life to God.
The journey has been interesting.
knowing Jesus.
Born in 1941, the celebrant, after secondary education in Nigeria, attended Hammersmith College, London, and wrote Pitman's examination to become a professional secretary in 1972. An active member of Winners Chapel, Kenanland, Elder Christiana Olushola Odesoya, as fondly called in church, is a chairperson, Winners Chapel Widows Association.
She doesn't look 80 at all. So pretty. Congratulations to the celebrant. Let's pause here for a break. I'll be back in a moment.
My name is Dr. Faisal Shuaib. I am the Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency. Earlier today, I took my first shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine. Despite all of the delays, all of the doubts, here we are, Nigerians can finally access the vaccines. I hope that Nigerians will come out and get this vaccine because these vaccines are safe, they're effective, and they truly work. Over the course of the next few weeks, we have to continue wearing face masks. We have to do social distancing. But I know eventually once we're able to get herd immunity, then we'll be able to stop all of these non-pharmaceutical interventions. To get the vaccination, you should go to the NPHCDA website. There's a link on there that you click and you can register and schedule exactly where you want to get your vaccine.
It is time for celebration, oh. 30 years bustling with goodness, eh. No challenge can ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate it. Ultra Guinness, bustling with so much greatness. Ultra Guinness, enjoy a world of
Nigerian youths are about the greatest assets the country has at the moment. It is therefore not surprising that the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari is strategically responding to the yearnings of the youth through multiple projects and programs. Youth Entrepreneurship Support Years by Bank of Industry, the Youth Investment Fund by the CBN, and several other conditional cash transfer programs. Recruitment of 774,000 social workers, majority of whom are youths, and so many other projects that are beneficial to youths directly or indirectly. If the administration can do all this, definitely with a degree of patience and time, it can achieve more. Nigerian youths must come together to say no to terrorism, no to vandalism, and no to all disruptive tendencies. Hashtag Youth for Greater Nigeria. Pacifying the youths, unifying the nation.
I bring you wonderful news. The village headmaster is coming back to your screen. Mo wire abi mi o wire. Teacher no more. A fellow one project. Teacher no more. A fellow one project.
The premiere of the new season of The Village Headmaster, initially scheduled for the second quarter of 2021, has now been postponed till further notice. We apologize for this short notice and promise to keep our viewers and advertisers informed as soon as we have a new date.
And I know that even you too, you are getting a lot of orders too.
We are trying, shall.
Thanks for being there. Ewato community in Eastern Southeast local government area of Edo State was agog with thanksgiving over the appointment of their illustrious son, Adolphus Agugu, as the Auditor General of the Federation. Rosemary Ibrahim reports that the Thanksgiving Mass at St. Anthony's Catholic Church, Ewato, was attended by a cross-section of distinguished personalities.
It was a moment of thanksgiving and appreciation to God as St. Anthony Catholic Church, Ewato, in Eastern Southeast local government area of Edo State, as Mr. Adolphus Arotomela Agugu gave thanks to God for his appointment as the Auditor General for the Federation and Chairperson African Union Board of External Auditors. Personalities from within and outside the state, including the Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, traditional rulers in the Eastern Land, auditors for the Federation, and Engineer Izuyo Nicholas, Assistant Director Engineering, NTA Benin Network Center, who represented the Director General, Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, Ibi Mohammed, were in attendance.
Because all of us, we are on a mission on earth. At the beginning of Mass, it said, every person has been put in a different position with responsibility by God. And whatever the position you occupy, whether by appointment or by election, or you will tell God how you did it.
The celebrant, family members, friends, and well-wishers danced through the eyes of the church to appreciate God for his appointment. At the reception venue at the premises of the palace of the traditional ruler of Ewato, His Royal Highness Usaje Ihumen I, the celebrant danced and cut his Thanksgiving cake, flanked by wife and friends.
Praise the Lord.
Then today is to be our own happiest day, because all what we'll be begging the government to do for us, then everything all went through.
Well, position comes from God. Wonderful position. I remember my younger brother when he started on the very lower cadre, and God lifted him up.
It's not just, we know that he will obtain this high because he's a very humble person and he's a God-fearing person. And we are happy to associate with him. And we pray to God to make sure that he achieves his purpose, and at the end of the day, we're able to celebrate him more.
Speaking on his appointment, Mr. Adolphus Arotomela Agugu thanked God who made his appointment possible.
And they want better lifestyle. The Nigerian people want accountability for those that are entrusted to spend money on their behalf. The Nigerian people want to see that the Appropriation Act, which is a law, is not violated by anybody who is given that public privilege to hold public trust. So when that expectation is met, directly there will be good governance and there will be development.
It will be recalled that Mr. Adolphus Arotomela Agugu was confirmed the Auditor General for the Federation on February 17, 2021.
Best to the Auditor General on the new appointment. We'll take some messages now. Please stay.
Live trivia. But before I go, I just want to say this. Keep your energy up. Don't be so hard on yourself. You dey walk now, guy. You dey also go. You deserve a trophy with your fellow honorables. Anything you do that gives you the kick is worth recognition. Just look at yourself in the mirror and say, wow, now honorable I be you. And even when we are feeling so stressed up, we can ginger each other up and share some good bottles of trophy lager. Because anyhow we be, when honorables gather, we share, we dream, and we win together. My name is still Files, aka Files the bad guy. Honorable was Bayi.
Welcome back. It was culture at its finest in the ancient town of Arochukwu, Abia State, headquarters of the Aros in the diaspora, when they played host to people from all walks of life who came to witness the final rites of passage of the late Eze of Aro, His Royal Majesty Mazi Vincent Ubunaya Okoro. Steve Leona Nwakolo made the journey from Umuahia to capture the sights and sounds of the epic event.
Burial rites of the late Eze of Arochukwu, His Royal Majesty Vincent Obonaya Okoro, who died at the age of 88, commenced with the sons and daughters of the soil and other guests paying their last respects by signing the condolence register at the palace. The palace of the Aro adorned with the effigy and relics of Chevrolet Impala cars of the late Eze Kanu Oji, predecessor of Eze Obonaya Okoro, were sights to behold. They depicted the age-long tradition, glorious and historical past of the Arochukwu Kingdom. The burial rites, which can best be described as a social outing for the late Eze, shifted to the town's civic center, where the 19 clans that make up the Arochukwu Kingdom, the Aros in diaspora, and other guests converged in their resplendent attires for the final rites of passage of their beloved king.
This is a unique event that it does not happen every time, but once in a century.
A great man, highly endowed, highly educated, humble, polite, simple in manner.
The first-class monarch, the Ezaro of Arochukwu of ancient kingdom. We're not talking about autonomous community Eze. We're talking about Ezes that are instituted with originality of customs.
He was a gentleman, a contented man, and a man who preached unity and preached collective responsibility.
The event, which was a carnival of some sort, saw the Okonko masquerade from the Ekpe Society and other cultural troops take turns to display their cultural artistry.
I wouldn't conclude it without
Thank God for his life, because it was a life of service.
He guided us well, so we benefited from his words of wisdom while he was alive.
The late Eze Vincent Obonaya Okoro, who was the custodian of the Aros culture and civilization, was crowned on the 31st of March 1995. His reign of 25 years brought a lot of growth and development to Arochukwu. He is survived by a wife and many children.
Wow, a befitting tribute to a great king. May his soul rest in perfect peace. And that's Newsline this week. It was great bringing it. I'll leave you with this witty quote. In this age of information, ignorance is a choice. Yeah. Good night and God bless Nigeria.